Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm unboxing the Cutty Sark. Yes, it's already opened and unboxed, but I'm going to show you what's in it. So if you want to see what's in the box from a 1974 release, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to unbox the Cutty Sark. Now the one I have is a 1974 release. There is, I think, one or two that were released before that, like 1956 or something like that was, I think, the first one. But anyways, the one I have is 1974. Now, I took everything out of the box just for the simple fact that the box is big. I didn't feel like fighting with it, and I can kind of move the camera and still have some bench space. So as you can see, we have 2 packs here of styrene. All right, we got brown and black here, and we got the ivory, white, tan, whatever you want to call it here. And then I'm not sure if this cardboard is for anything, so I haven't thrown it away. It seemed to be like a spacer, but, you know, it seems to have these weird cutouts and stuff. So I don't know if it's meant for something, so I'm just going to keep it for now. Then, of course, we have the miles of rigging. And, yeah, that's going to be fun. We got some chain in there, too. I'll show you that. We have the pre-made rat lines. You may have seen this in one of my Stash Eye videos. So we got some rat lines here, different ones. They're all pre-made. We've got the giant hull. Now this thing here is going to be 36 inches long once it's complete. And from there we have a whole bunch of sails, preformed sails, right? Now, I probably won't be using these, but I'll show them to you here in a few minutes. And then the other thing that came in the box was this little book. And it's all about the ship, when it was made, where it was made, the different things that it was used for, when it was sold. It was sold twice, I think it was. I haven't fully finished reading this yet. The damage to the rudder, it lost that. In one of the races. There's also paper flags in here, but the name of the ship changed twice. You know, the owners, you know, what it did going to the tea trade for China, and then when that started getting taken over by the steamships and the new canal that was made that the clipper ships could not go through, then it was started to be used for the wool trade in the Australian. So yeah, this is a pretty nice looking book. I'm going to finish reading it. I haven't fully finished it yet, but that was in the box. Now, these here, these are measuring in at, what do we got? We're at 23, 24, 25, 26. 27, almost 28 inches just for the hull. Okay. Now you can see that it's got the wood planking up here. The actual ship is a iron beam construction cladded with wood all the way down, and then on top of the lower portion of the hull was cladded with a copper sheet. All right. So there's a lot of different things and materials that was used for this here, but yeah, very nice. It's actually not too bad for flash, considering this is a 1974 kit. Fitment doesn't seem to be too bad. I kind of tried pre-fitting some. A lot of little nibs and stuff that are going to have to be taken off. Not a big deal though. You know, it is a little rough, but again, 1974. This is pretty darn good, I think. You know, lots of little nibs and stuff that have to be cleaned up for a nice tight fit all the way around. Everything else seems to be really good. You know, all the top, there is some flash, you know, some edging and stuff. They clean that up, not a big deal. You know, yeah, some a little bit here and a little bit there, you know. But overall, really, really nice molds. Nice detail. It's hard to probably see. All right, you gonna focus for me? There you go. You can see the copper cladding there. And all the rivets. And the wood. It looks like there is some nails in the wood that you can see. And then there's some iron on the top of that as the rails for the top. Not bad at all. You know, you got a few hatches and stuff. I think those are your water hatches. When the water splashes up on the deck, I do believe those open. I could be wrong. I mean, that might be what these are for. I'll have to clean out some holes. Some of these holes I think are for the rigging as well too. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't gone through everything. And yeah, there's a hole here. I believe that one's for the anchor. Where is it? Right there. Some other holes I'll have to clean up. I don't know if those are supposed to go right through. I know some rigging actually goes right through the hull. You know, some holes all along here. You know, so I don't know. As I build it, I guess I'll find out, right? But overall, the fit is nice on this. You know, there is some gapping. I'm going to definitely have to do some clamps. You can see the down here, there is some notches that are put in. There's 3 of them, and those are for the masts. Okay, so here's these rat lines, right? And they're kind of like a, I don't know, plastic, nylon type string, I guess. And they are different. Here you can see there's 2. These ones are 2, but wider. Here there's 3 lines. This one looks a little wider than this one. And there's that one. And this one here is what, 2, 4, 5 lines. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so there's 3 at 5. And then there's the other side. So that goes all the way up and down your mast. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll make my own or something, make them a little better. Maybe I'll just use these. I don't know yet. I have gotten a link for the instructions because there are no instructions in this here. So I've got a link and a printout for the 1974 version, and Revell sent me a link that I can use that is for a newer version. I'm not sure what year, but it's like, you know, 2012 or something like that. And they said that one will work pretty much exactly the same. So I've got both versions. So if I'm having trouble reading the 1974 one, I can reference back to the newer version, or vice versa, right? You know, if I was coming across parts that aren't in the newer version, I can reference back to the 1974, right? As for the sails, like I said, this is an old one, and the box has kind of been beat around, but these sails, I mean, they are nice. You still could use them, but they have been beat around. They have been crushed a few places. So, you know, like there's a dent here, as you see, and it's very thin. You can almost see my hand through there, right? I mean, they're very, very thin. But this one's been beat up. It's got a couple cracks in it, you know, things like that. You know, very nice detail on them, though. You know, very, very nice detail. You can see all the sew lines and everything in it. So, there's that one. There is this one. But again, like I said, you can see the big dent. You know, you can push them out, but it's not going to stay formed the way they're supposed to. This one's got a few dents in it. Now, these are way, way thinner than the ones that come with the 1 to 225 scale HMS Victory. That plastic sails are way, way thicker. I kind of like these ones better. It's too bad that they are in rough shape, but you never know. Like, there's some yellowing and stuff in here and that. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I may make my own. These ones seem to be in fairly good shape. You know, one dent there, big one up here, right? A little bit here. I mean, sails aren't supposed to be perfectly flat and round anyways, but I think the look of real cloth would probably be nicer, and I don't even know if I'm going to have the sails wide open like this and full sail, or if I'm going to have them all rolled up. I'm kind of leaning to the rolled up and at port type thing. Now, some guys, they put the full sails in. Some guys roll them up and make it at port or at rest. And some guys don't even put anything on. They just rig the system and leave it as is, right? Which, I mean, that's entirely up to you. That's why these types of builds, or anything that you build it for you. It's your build. You do it the way you want. You don't want to do half of the rigging. Don't do half the rigging. You want a paint job and people say, oh, that's not factory color. Too fucking bad. It's your car. You do it the way you want. It's your model. Build it your way. Anyways, so here we've got the thread. You know, we've got, I don't know if there's supposed to be different sizes from the videos I'm watching of other people doing ships. I'm going to be probably contacting and referencing Charlie Mack quite a bit, saying, hey, dude, you know, I need a hand with this. What size of thread should I be using? You know, things like that. Obviously, there's a bunch of knots in these chains. I'm going to have to get them out. But there is a bunch of anchor chain here. Now, there is 2 different sizes here. So I'm not sure which one's for what. Again, that'll probably come down to reading the instructions. You can't see a damn thing that I'm looking. There we go. So yeah, there's 2 different sizes here. See that? Will it focus? Now can you see? Yeah. See, there's 2 different sizes here, so I'm not sure what's for what. But once I start reading the instructions, I'm sure it'll tell me which one's what, right? And again, don't get mad at me because I said something wrong or it's not the right name. Dudes and dudettes, I have no clue what the freaking terminology for 80% of this stuff is. I'm hoping to learn a lot by the time I go through this entire ship. So, I don't mind some criticism, and hey, let me know if I'm saying something wrong or if it's called something different or whatever. You know, I want to learn. So, make sure you tell me what they are, but don't get mad at me because I use the wrong terms. So anyways, there's the chain, and like I said, here's 2 different threads. I think one is thicker than the other. Yes, definitely one's thicker than the other. So we got 2 of those. Now, I'm going to be ordering some beeswax. Somebody told me that I should have some beeswax to help with this stuff. This here actually feels not like cotton thread. It actually feels like it's got something on it already. So there's the 2 black ones. The tan, yeah, the tan ones are 2 different sizes as well. So I'm hoping that the book will tell me exactly what sizes they are, so that I know if I run out of one, I can order more, right? From what Charlie said on his, what was, I believe, the Constitution that he built, that he actually ran out of one color of the tans. So we'll see. And I've heard that a lot from other builders, that they run out of colors pretty quick, and it's almost like they don't give you enough. So we're going to go with that. There's a good possibility that I'm going to be buying more. Now, I got to be careful here because there are a lot of parts that have come off. So, I don't want to... There's supposed to be a whole bunch of men, as you can see here. Right? I don't know, I'll put this cardboard behind it and see if that helps, because it's an odd color. So, there's a bunch of men here. You know, different workers. Looks like rolling up rope. A lot of flash on some of them. A couple climbers and stuff like that. I think Charlie Mack actually put these same type of guys on his ship, you know. And I'll leave a link for Charlie Mack down in the description. Go see his ship, man. He did a wicked job on his. Wicked job. And yeah, so I'm going to be talking to him probably quite a bit. Sorry, Charlie. Hopefully he'll help me out, and we'll go from there. But as you can see here, I want to make sure I don't lose any, but there are a lot of loose parts in here. So I'm going to be getting some containers and stuff and putting stuff in there. And yeah, I don't want to lose nothing. So, I mean, I don't even know if there's stuff missing to begin with. So anyways, here's the hull. Holy shit, Dad's phone scared me. Anyways, here's the hull, or not the hull, sorry, the deck. And we are, looks like a cargo bay or something down in here, maybe. Looks like something should be on top, but the deck has really nice wood grain on it. Let's see if I can get it to focus here for you. This color might be a pain to record, but there you go. You can see the wood grain there. Really nice. I'll probably take all my micro drill bits and drill out these holes and everything that needs to be drilled out. You know, because you can see there's some flash down in here on this one. You know, a little bit on this side, but I don't think that really matters. And yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of test fitting. Here's another piece here. That was probably the stern, so this is the bow. Yeah, we'll clean all this stuff up and test fit everything again with nice wood grain. I don't see a whole lot of injector pin marks, and where I do see them, they seem to be underneath something or where something glues. You guys can't see a goddamn thing. I'm sorry. So yeah, here's the bow. And yeah, the injector pin marks, they seem to be underneath something or where there's something that's going to get glued. Like there's one there, one here, you know, and I don't see any others, you know. So, sorry about not putting things in the screen for you. Now here's some, looks like a cabin or like a cabin kind of thing. And this side's got some wood grain on this side. All right. One of the lifeboats. I think those are called the longboats. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So there's all your bunch of the mast parts. You know, I'm not sure where that one goes, but sure we'll figure it out at some point. There's your, I don't know what they call them, but the front lady. Doing some research, the name Cutty Sark is reference to a witch or something like that. And if I remember correctly, some of the stuff I read, this here was modeled after an artist that did a witch, and it was chasing a horse carriage type thing. And that's what this lady here was modeled after. So it's a white witch, you know. But yeah, I'm still reading a lot of stuff on the history of this thing. So, and here's one of the boats. I mean, nice ribs texture in there. It's got nice detail inside and out. So that's one that came off. And then here we got the middle section of the deck. All right, a bunch of, I believe those are for the lifeboats that the lifeboats hang off of them. I'm not sure about all of this, but that could be parts of that. I don't know yet. Your masts and stuff like that. I think that's the lifeboat racks, you know, because it's kind of what it looks like anyways, with the, you know, little saddles for the boats to sit in. Little pieces everywhere that are falling off. So eye hooks or whatever you want to call them there for on the deck. Life preservers. So yeah. Now for the color, we got black and brown here. I don't know if there's any stuff loose. As for a stand, I remember in the stash ad, I gave a quick look at it, and it didn't look like there was any type of stand. See, there's some loose parts in there as well, so we'll keep track of that. But apparently what this is supposed to be is kind of like almost like a dry dock kind of thing. So you got these big wood beams, right? Some here, some small ones here, right? And it kind of goes right across the keel, And then there's your angled ones that go from here up to the hull to, you know, cradle it, right? So, but we got buckets. I think Charlie Mack called these pin rails. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I think that's what those are called. All these little pin rails for your rigging, your block and tackle and all that stuff. So that looks pretty cool. There's a few parts in there, so we'll make sure not to lose that stuff as well. Now, I don't know if there's a real point in keeping this stuff on the trees, or if I can cut everything off and put them in containers, you know, say the same matching things, you know, like this pin rail and this pin rail, you know, put them together, and these four here, you know, like, I'm sure there's differences, but I mean, it's going to be a right and a left. You know, unless they're very specific for right and left, I don't think it will really matter if I take this one and put it on the left side and this one on the right side, or vice versa, because they're going to be the same both sides, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. But anyways, looks like we got a bunch of tackle here. You know, all your eyelets and your ropes go through and everything else. And then some more blocks and blocks and tackles. A bunch here, some more pin rails. Ship's wheel. Looks like captain's quarters maybe, kind of thing, or maybe the mess hall. Some storage compartments, things like that. Now into the black stuff here. I don't remember what these are called. These are the ones that go across the mast. You know, I've heard the name and I can't think of it now. But anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of these pre-strung blocks here, and I believe those go along like the rails along the top of the ship, kind of thing, right? We'll see about that. We got some anchors here. You know, a whole bunch of stuff. I just don't know what it is. Again, a bunch of these are probably mast parts, and I'm going to call them outriggers for now. If you know the name of them, let me know, because it's on the tip of my tongue and it ain't coming out. But anyways, yeah, we got, looks like the bilge pump wheels, probably bilge pump parts. These little bullard things here where they tie the ship to the docks. You know, I can't think of the name. But like I said, I don't know all the names of everything, so help me out, people. Looks like the rudder, two halves of the rudder. All right. And then some more of these pre-roped block and tackle stuff. So I know I've got a box here somewhere that has all these little tackles or blocks or whatever you want to call them. But they just have holes in them, so you can make them as big or as small as you want. I think they're for doing the wood ships, and maybe I'll just redo these. I don't know. We'll see. There's going to be enough friggin' rigging in this thing to begin with, so do I want to add more by trying to remake all of these things? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much everything that's in this kit. Now, this isn't a kit that's going to be say done in a month or two. Maybe the basics of the hull and stuff might be done in a month or so. But ask Charlie Mack. From what he said in his video, it took him 5 years on and off building his Constitution, right? He said if he had to roughly sum it up, about 1.5 years to build his, and that would have been working on it every day. He's got over 1,000 hours into that ship, if not more. And yeah, this one's going to be the same way. So don't expect this one to be, you know, done in 6 months. It'll probably take me 1 year or 2, if not longer, to build this. This is going to be a long-term thing. I want to do it right. I want to do it nice. And I'm definitely going to be looking at other shipbuilders online. I talked to Charlie Mack and a few others that I know that do these types of ships. And I'm going to get as much help as I can, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. So with all that being said, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, hit the bell notification, make sure that it's all notifications turned on so you don't miss out on anything that I do. Give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. And links for them are down in the description. If you want to help out the channel in any way, shape, or form, I do have a PayPal me link down in the description. If you want a shop card, hit me up in my email, which is down in the description. And if you want to send me something, hey, email me and I'll send you out my info one way or another. So with all that being said, no matter what you're building or fixing, do it your way. And until next time, later.